Hey, so in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 different body types and how you can classify your body type. And I want to talk a little bit about not just how you can classify yourself in your body type, but how would you want to eat based on your body type or exercise based on your body type so you can get better results. All right, so when I discovered this, it was really, it was like an amazing aha moment for me, right? I had been training people for a couple of years, and everyone, you know, they obviously look different, but I didn't realize that they can be classified into certain body types, and I could train them that way and get them better results much faster. And I think this will help you as well if you have this knowledge. So that's why we're doing this today. All right, so the first body type is an ectomorphic body type. This individual has long arms. They're usually skinny, more of a model type. They could be tall, but not in all cases. But in general, they're pretty average height or taller. All right, they're really lanky, really small extremities, right? Skinny legs, skinny arms. They could have a little belly, but they're usually kind of skinny all around in terms of their extremities. Okay, this individual has a very tough time putting on weight. So a lot of times you never really see really extremely tall guys or women that are very muscular. It's very difficult for them to do because of their body type, right? Their bones are so long that their muscles are lengthened. They're really straight and really long. So they really can't bundle up like a shorter person could, and stocky person can get big. It takes a little extra help for them to do that. So ectomorphic individual has to eat. They can actually metabolize, or they can burn carbs faster than a lot of other body types, and they can get away with a little cheat meal here and there without it affecting them as well. They usually have a really high metabolism, and that's what keeps them really lean and skinny. Okay, now this person obviously, if they're trying to put on muscle, they're going to have to increase their carbohydrate intake, not their protein intake. They're going to have to eat a lot more carbs for them to kind of slow that metabolism down, and over time, which it could take a long time, but over time they can put on some muscle mass to a certain extent. But it's good to know, because if you're ectomorphic and you get frustrated in the gym because you've been working out and you can't get that bodybuilder look, it's because it's your body type. That doesn't mean that you give up on anything, but it just means that you put things in perspective. So me personally, I'm a cross between ectomorphic and mesomorphic, which is the next one that we'll get into. And when I was younger, I had a super fast metabolism and I was athletic. But as I began lifting weights, I had a propensity or affinity to build muscle really quickly and very well. But it wasn't until I touched the weights that I realized that I was a cross between ectomorphic and mesomorphic. So these body types can blend. So let's talk about mesomorphic, for example. Okay, mesomorphic individual is more of an athletic, muscular build. You see people that are like stocky, they have low body fat pretty much, but they're just muscular and they're kind of dense and thick. And it's easy for them to, we call them like they have blessed genetics or something like that, right? These individuals they can touch a weight and then they just get results very quickly. I've trained a lot of people like that, and it's made me look good as a trainer, because these individuals, within a couple of weeks, their bodies are changing and they're looking more fit, athletic, and they're even moving better, right? Their bodies are just really remarkable for them. These individuals can not eat as many carbohydrates as an ectomorphic person, but they can really, they can handle protein a lot better. So they can eat larger amounts of protein because they have larger amounts of muscle on their body in general. And this is, again, that athletic, stocky, muscular build with really low body fat, or at least a lower amount of body fat than the next body type that we're going to discuss, which is endomorphic. And yes, you can be a cross between mesomorphic and endomorphic as well. And I'll recap this at the end of the video for you as well, just to put it into better terms. Okay, so endomorphic individual is more of a rounder individual, and they basically can put on fat very easily. Now, the secret with these individuals is that carbohydrates can't be metabolized or digested as well. They can't be burned off quickly either, because this person's metabolism is slow. Now, they're usually a shorter individual as well, which they don't grow, if they don't grow taller, they grow out wider. So this individual would really want to limit and control their carbohydrate intake. I wouldn't say avoid carbs in all cases, but just always control carbohydrates. Now, if you're on an exercise plan and consistently doing that, and you're reducing your carbohydrates as an endomorphic person, you can actually lean out, okay? And you will be able to drop weight. But it's good to know that you can't handle carbohydrates as well as maybe an ectomorphic person. So if you're out to dinner with a friend that's an ectomorph and you guys are eating the same things, they may be going crazy on the carbs, but you have to be able to say, look, I have to hold that back because I'm not the same body type as you. Okay, in terms of protein and fat, you guys can kind of, all different body types can get away with eating as pretty much as they please, especially the good fats, not the bad fats, saturated fats or anything like that. But when it comes to snacks, processed foods, sugars, bars, candies, whatever it is, it's going to have to be held back. Rices, bread, starches, everything, pastas too, right? Just control the carbs and you'll see the weight come down. But it's good to know that as an endomorph, it's not because you're doing something wrong, your exercise plan may not necessarily be wrong. It's just that the carbohydrates have to be controlled. Okay, so let's get back into this blend. So I talked about 3 major body types: ectomorphic, the skinny, long individual; mesomorphic, the muscular individual; and then the endomorphic person is more of a rounder person that has an affinity to gain fat very easily. So what if you really don't see yourself as kind of one, but kind of a mixture of 2? That could be the case. You can be a blend from an ectomorphic person that's, as you age, you might be able to, your metabolism slows down a little bit, and you might have an affinity to build muscle very easily. You can never really be a blend of an ectomorph and endomorph because they're too far in terms of extremes, right? They're on the end of the spectrum. But when you come to mesomorphic person, they can be across from a mesomorphic to an endomorphic person. That's actually more common than the latter, from ectomorph to mesomorph. The reason why is because these people can grow, like mesomorphic people can grow. They have hormones in their body that make them grow rapidly, and that can get jumbled up sometimes in their youth. I've seen people that are extremely big, have extremely big calves and thigh muscles and arm muscles, but then they can put on weight very easily in their midsection and their back area, and they just grow because of the hormones, growth hormones or insulin levels and things like that. So as a person ages, especially as we get older, 40s, 50s, or 6 decades, 7 decade of life, you can definitely go from a muscular mesomorphic person to a more rounder, softer endomorphic body type. So as that occurs, as you see that change happen, just reduce your carbohydrate intake. That's the #1 limiting factor in terms of making sure that you don't gain weight like that or gain body fat like that. Okay, so I really hope this helps. Check out, run this video and check it out and see what body type you are. And then another video I'm going to share with you how you can work out based on your body type, and a little bit more information about how you can eat based on your body type, so that way you can get to your goals a lot more faster and quicker. All right, thanks for joining us, and then share this with somebody who you think will benefit from it. All right, talk to you next time.